At 14, I was a Saturday girl for Mr. Leslie Frances, and so learning to shampoo. My mum used to take me there for my hair cutting, and I don't know, I just liked it. I wanted to earn something, because I always wanted to have a scooter. So then, when I did leave school at 15, by then, the salon was in Eldon Arcade. They took me on straight away. I've always wanted to be independent. When I was 17, that's when I could get my licence. I used to drive to work on my scooter, and eventually I had a box put at the back. And although I was an apprentice, I used to go to different villages and cut hair, and then in the box I would sell hair nets and combs and things like that. So I trained there at the salon. To begin with, all you did was shampoo. And then it was up to you how quickly you got on. I thought it was wonderful. Christmas would be always very busy, and people did come for very fancy work at Christmas. You were fully booked, everybody. Beehives were very good. And of course it was a lot of what we call now teasing, but we used to call it backcombing and big bouffons. Even I used to have a big bouffon. How I got my helmet on for the scooter, I don't know.
First job that I got paid for was working on Barnsley Market for Algic stocking man. I worked for him for a day or 2 days, and I think he paid me equivalent to 50 pence selling stockings. So I worked there, and then I worked down Kerrisworth Hill Road at last house. That chap used to be a potato merchant, and so I used to go on a Saturday morning, me and 2 others, and we used to bag all these potatoes up into £5 bags all day long, and they paid us £2.50 for it. I worked there up to being 16, and then got that job at Benji Harral's. I just went in all shops in town. Just went and said, do you want to Saturday girls? And I worked in main shop for a bit, and then I went into China shop, and younger Mr. Harral, they were known as Mr. David, or Mr. David this, Mr. David that. And I can remember him coming in to have a look at me. He said, can you smile? I want to see if you've got a different face than the one that you're looking at me with or something. And I was terrified. I were in this China shop on my own, 16-year-old, selling. People are coming in and asking about Royal Albert, this, that and other. I had no idea where any of that stuff were. Girls had bottom drawers, didn't they? So I started buying cups, and I've still got them there, cups and saucers and bread and butter plate and all this stuff for my village bottom drawer. They tried to force me into piercing ears. I mean, it were a rite of passage in that shop if you were working there to get your ears pierced. And I remember them making me have my ears pierced one Friday, squirting all this stuff on and feeling sick. And then somebody ramming this thing in my ear, and oh, it were horrible, really. He ended up putting me to, when I won't pierce ears, he made me then handle Saturday traffic for ear piercing. So during that time, shop would become horrendously full. We're just absolutely round of people.
When we were going into town, all used to congregate outside the bus station, and then we walked on Eldon Street going up to Portcullis or up to Boys Club. Yeah, very familiar territory. I think the first gig I ever went to was at the Civic. It wasn't until I was 15, proper gig. I'd seen stuff in the Lion, club acts kind of thing, but the first proper gig that I went to on my own with mates, it was the Chord, supported by the Kilometres at Barnsley Civic, and that was a real buzz. We felt part of something. We couldn't believe it, because we'd gone from just listening to music in youth clubs where we danced and stuff like that, but going to see a live band after listening to the records, it was just mind-blowing. It still sends a shiver down me thinking about it. I can remember coming in, walking in the queue outside on Eldon Street, people all dressed. We were just getting into it, so we weren't as smart as some of the other people there from Barnsley, but looking at the fashions, and then the doors opened and everybody went upstairs. Some great music playing. Can't remember who the DJ was, but some good tunes, and then the first band came on and we were just blown away, because this is what we've been listening to for months. And then the Chords came on, a national, not local, brilliant, just a great feeling. Yeah, I've still got my ticket as well from that. We were trying to be mods, we had stay pressed trainers on, all Levi's, 501 straights, Harringtons, t-shirts, button-down collar, jam shoes, some people call them badger boots in Barnsley, or monkey boots, so I weren't keen on dockers. Monkey boots were probably my favourites, yeah. A mod haircut, all trying to be like Paul Weller, that's what our thing was then. When I had hair back in them days.